Well, first, Neil, there was quite a bit of concern with Andy Lonergan after the game. How is he, first of all?
He had a concussion. There's no physical injuries. A bit sore around the chest and neck area. But we'll see how he is tomorrow. We're hoping that he could be available for the weekend, which would be great. Tim Ream, there's no fracture in the back area, and again we're hoping he'll be fit for the weekend. But it's far too early for him for tomorrow night.
Yeah. How about Philip as well? I know he came off injured.
Yeah, he rotated his back, a back strain, or a twist, whatever way you want to look at it. So we'll assess him today. And hoping he'll be okay. And
with Matt being out as well, I guess you'll be forced to make a lot of changes come Tuesday as well.
Well, I mean, you're looking at 3 there already. It's not ideal, and it wasn't ideal the level of performance either. Anyway, the lads have just asked me there, do you think we'll get a reaction from Middlesbrough after losing? Well, I'm hoping I get a reaction from our players, and I'm sure I will. They played really well against Watford, and then they're a different team on the Saturday, so we have to find why there's an inconsistency there all of a sudden, whereas maybe a month or 2 ago we were playing very consistently.
Yeah, have you managed to sort of clear the air with them, maybe speak to them about what went wrong on Saturday and get the message across what you expect of them as players?
Look, it's not something that you want to do on a regular basis, but there's a necessity there after their performance that was poor from our point of view, so we had to do it yesterday. Clear the air, whatever way you go through it, what's required. I mean, there's enough experience in that team on Saturday to know what's required, so there's not enough taking responsibility away from home. There's not enough communication. There's too many heads going down after 1 or 2 incidents that go against us, and we have to do better. We have to be mentally better. There's nothing wrong with their talent, there's nothing wrong with their physicality. It's a psychological thing that we have to keep working on.
Yeah, and I guess a quick turnover like this can it's better to get out on the field straight away playing, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a very good point. You don't have much time to think about it, reflect on it. If you've got a week, then it sort of stagnates for you. But for the players, we get up and running again tomorrow against what will be really tough opposition. And maybe just the sort of game that you need.
Well, is there any positive you took out of the game against Forest? And I know you were particularly impressed with Adam Lafondra and Zach Clough, their partnership as well.
Yeah, Liam Feeney as well. I thought he was outstanding. Whatever we've asked Liam to do, his attitude has been brilliant. He takes it on board and he does it, and he's playing so well for us. And Lafondra is working very, very hard for the team. Zach found it difficult, but the lack of service was always going to be difficult for him to have an input in the game. But no, I mean, we're really pleased with those 3.
With Matt's suspension, do you have anybody in mind who can step into that captain's role at all?
Well, you've got Eider, you've got Feeney, Heskey's there, so we've got some experience there who can come in. We'll come back into contention as well, so yeah, I mean, there's 3 or 4 there who could take the armband. Yeah,
you've got some real leaders there as in place of Matt, haven't you, really, on that pitch?
Well, I'm hoping so, because we need some leaders now. Look, it's not panic stations by any means, but the manner and the level of performance was concerning again on Saturday, and we need to remedy that very quickly.
Craig missed selection on Saturday. Craig Davis, is he okay for selection on Tuesday?
No, I don't know why it's taken Craig so long to return to fitness. He may be another week, 10 days. There's still a bit of inflammation around the fascia area and the hamstring, so that's obviously very frustrating for him and very frustrating for us as well.
Yeah, because it's something similar. He's been injured before, hasn't he? I mean, is it something concern? You've got to make sure he's 100% right before you put him back out on the field.
Yeah, he does have historically problems in that area. And obviously when you've had that before, it can take a little bit longer than normal.
Yeah, and Borough, I mean, it's going to be a tough trip away. They're not at the top end of the table for anything, are they? But they suffered a defeat against Leeds at the weekend.
Yeah, very unfortunate though. I mean, we caught some of the game before our game on Saturday, and they dominated Leeds. So we have to expect it's going to be a very tough night. But we have to compete, and we have to show the Bolton public that we're capable of going to these places and performing for the club. and it's important that we try and get something out of the game in terms of points.
Yeah, what do you make of that Borough team? Anybody that stands out for you that pose a threat tomorrow?
Well, yeah, I mean, I tried to sign Tomlin when he was at Peterborough for Celtic, so I like him. I've always liked him as a player. Grant Ledbetter in midfield's having a great season, but they've got real strength and depth as well, and at home they are a real tough nut to crack.